What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Rat Pack, what's up, man?
It's been a while.
A lot of y'all are like adults now, man. I think some of y'all probably grown, man. Probably got kids and shit now, man. Hopefully life has been good for the Rat Pack, man. It's been a while. We always say, man, we always go back to Logic. I think we said that in the past, right?
Yep.
Because his fan base, the Rat Pack, held our channel down in the early days. I think it might have been before we got to Metal and Rock on this channel.
Yep, I think so.
So that was super early. So we did the Logic-thon. Shout out to y'all who know about the Logic-thon. We did a marathon, basically, of Logic songs, man, when Logic was on to come up. So, yeah, man, we're back, man. You guys hit us up, man, on Defter Radio. Make sure you follow us on our new Instagram, Defter Radio, which is DEAF2 Radio. Follow us there. You guys sent us some DMs. Saying to get to this song. Now, Defter Radio, just to kind of let you guys know, is really where we're going to be focusing. We're going to be fielding a lot of requests from Defter Radio. That's going to be our main focus. Not saying that we're not going to pay attention to the comments and other platforms, but Defter Radio is where our focus is going to be as far as getting requests. So make sure you guys follow us there. Send us your requests in our DMs. We were asking y'all when we responded back to you on Defter Radio, we were like, yo, is he really rapping on this, man? Because we don't want to just keep doing reactions and giving him, we got to be honest. We got to keep it real. We don't want it to kind of be lukewarm all the time. I was like, we really want an inspired Logic. And y'all said, there's a lot of y'all that said, there's a couple people who were like, well, it's not the best, but he did pretty good. Y'all trying to save yourselves. And there were a few of you guys that said that he, most of you guys actually said that he really was inspired. He's really rapping on this one. So, and y'all said Russ got busy as well. So let's see, man. Logic featuring Russ, Therapy Music.
Yeah, my anxiety.
Sorry, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, dude.
What did you just say?
I
Is this 6?
Because Logic and 6, man, they be making magic. So 6 is the producer. So I was like, is this 6? As soon as I heard the beat, I was like, that's what it sounds like. And I mean, dude, shout out to all the producers. I mean, I feel like we don't do that enough. I think we need, and I think that's why you stopped it and said, say that shit again. We want to start shouting out more producers, man, because the beat is so important, man. But one thing about 6, man, that I think we both agree with is every time we hear a beat that 6 produced, it's just so hip hop, man. It just sounds like home. It just does, man.
It's beautiful. It's hip hop, but it's modern, right? Like
yes.
These drums are just drums that have been used. I can think of Tribe Called Quest. I can think of a lot of people that have used the Roots that have used similar drums, electronic drums like these, man. But it's something in the atmosphere that he creates around these traditional elements that make it fresh, but still home, like Ryan said. So yeah, man, 6, I don't think gets enough credit, man. We talk about Madlib, we talk about Ninth Wonder, we talk about, producers like Pete Rock and Jay Dilla and all this other stuff. 6 makes great hip hop beats.
Yeah, dude.
Core hip hop beats, man. And I think he needs a lot more respect on his name, man. Seriously.
Does Logic have him on lockdown?
Yeah.
Logic got him under a crazy contract.
Got him on an infinity contract.
No,
I would like to see him get busy with, there's a lot of rappers that we've done, up and coming rappers that I think have a lot of talent, and I think that they could use someone like him to craft their sound, man, because he has a way of making hip hop shit sort of like almost he almost kind of has a mainstream effect with traditional hip hop elements. He can kind of make it cross over to a degree. He's an excellent producer, man. All right, so let's get back to it. Love the drums on this. See, all of this is extra shit that's not as traditional.
Yep.
He'll come into with the drums that's traditional.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just It sounds like some root shit.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, my anxiety was taking over. Remove the devil, let my faith go, feel it slide like it's Amendola. I finally made it to the field of my dreams, and I let ghosts play around in my head like I'm Ray Liotta. A Yankee owner, I got stripes in this game. High-headed, but got ice in my veins. Arriving by plane, G4 to be exact. Rewards of beats and raps. 3 hordes before 43 more being
He's right. This shit.
One thing about Russ that I like is I feel like he has. I think it's easy to look over how good his flow is because it's so smooth. It's so natural. It sounds like he's talking, but he's actually riding the fuck out of the damn beat.
Shit. Yes,
you know
that's a good point. Let's start it back up, man. There's some lines he said in there, but I really wanted to really pinpoint that the flow is nasty on this. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's smooth. Yeah, let's run that back a little bit.
Yeah, my anxiety was taking over. Remove the devil, let my faith go fill it slide like it's amendola. I finally made it to the field of my dreams, and I let ghosts play around in my head like I'm Ray Liotta. A Yankee owner, I got stripes in this game. High-headed, but got ice in my veins. Arriving by plane, G4 to be exact. Rewards of beats and raps. 3 whores before 4 and 3 more being cracked. That was a life that I was leading back before I went to therapy and we unpacked. I wasn't really needing that. I was needing validation, which I agree is whack. Mad at my therapist, like, bitch, I agree with that. Here's the kicker though, my therapist is me. Complaining about how American to me. There's a scarcity of free thinkers. It's all group thought. That's what they think. That's not what you thought. Before you saw the popular vote, you scared that the
Woo!
Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to the free thinkers. Y'all know what we've been on.
That's our mantra, boy. That's our mantra.
That's what they think. That's not what you thought.
So he started talking about, man, I went to therapy and, I was needing validation, which I agree is whack, and I agree with the analysis of my therapist. And then he said, well, here's the kicker though. My therapist is me. So I guess that all of that, like, introspective, like, I needed validation from other people. I agree that was whack. Maybe that was self-awareness.
Russ produces his own tracks. He sings on them. He raps on them. He engineers them, masters them, and everything. And he's his own therapist.
Yeah,
Finally made it to his Field of Dreams. He let ghosts play around in his head, which I thought was a crazy line because he's referencing the movie Field of Dreams. Ray Liotta, Kevin Costner was in that movie.
Yeah.
Ghost or whatever went in their head to kind of build this field, but he made it to his field of dreams, as in rap field. But he still had ghosts playing around his head. He still had his demons that I think he had to heal, is how I'm taking that, right? And then the pocket again that he got into, G4 to be exact, rewards, beats and raps, 3 whores before 4, 3 more being cracked. Like, I'm just fucking running through these shit. So the flow.
Yep.
So, lines like a Yankee owner got stripes in his game, hard. Yankees got the stripes on the uniform, but I got stripes in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my way in the rap game, gaining validation and stripes for my work. Hot-headed, but got my ice in my veins. You know what I'm saying? Hot-headed to play on hot and cold.
Yep.
I'm hot-headed. I got a temper, but I'm cold with this shit, though. Ice in my veins. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I'm shitting on the industry and telling people, pulling the curtain behind the industry. So he's really rapping. Complaining about my problems. How American of me. And then he went into the scarcity of free thinkers thing. How American of me, complaining about my problems, man. I have all these advantages, man, and I'm sitting here complaining instead of going out and working and earning, you know what I'm saying, finding my dreams, right? The fact that we can vote, the fact that we have all these things, man.
The fact that we're not in a war right now.
That we're not in a war. And we know that there are wars going on.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sitting here complaining about my damn job that I'm fortunate enough to even be able to have.
I'm telling you.
Love that line, but that scarcity of free thinkers, so true.
Mad at my therapist, like, bitch, I agree with that. Here's the kicker though, my therapist is me. Complaining about my problems, how American to me. There's a scarcity of free thinkers. It's all group thought. That's what they think. That's not what you thought. Before you saw the popular vote, you scared that the world will leave if you rockin' the boat. So you don't. All aboard, now you safe in here, but you don't even recognize your own face in here. Fuck it. Independent with a major budget. You ain't mad at me, you mad your lady love it. We should change the subject. I swayed the public like I'm rapping on the radio. Long hair looking like I'm supposed to be on Game of Thrones, HBO. But every time I talk, it makes the news like the Daily Show. I'm wavy, so of course you wanna cruise. I call it Katie Holmes. All my dreams are coming true, that's something I innately know. Labels feeding artists, soul dies like paleo. Meanwhile, I'm feeding myself. I had a nightmare last night that I was sleeping myself. Yeah. Oh, God.
He was rapping on that, though. Yeah. Let's touch a couple lives, man.
You scared that the world will leave you if you're rocking the boat. He's all aboard. Now you're safe in here, but you don't even recognize your own face in here.
Hard.
You scared that the world would just kind of abandon you. So what you do, you play the role. You go with what everybody else thinks, and you can't even recognize it. You lose yourself. The way he wrote that was hard.
But he was still playing on the boat shit throughout that, right? Like, all aboard. Yep. You know what I mean? You're safe in here, right? Yep. Yeah, it's safe, you know what I mean? And maybe you can maintain, but you hate yourself. When you look in the mirror, man, you don't even know who you are. Hard. He said, I'm wavy, so of course you want to cruise. I'll call it Katie Holmes, right? So I'm wavy, meaning I'm fly, I'm cool, I'm dope, right? Of course you want to cruise, but you cruise on ways, right? I call it Katie Holmes. Katie Holmes dated Tom Cruise, or was actually Tom Cruise's ex-wife.
Right.
So I call it Katie Holmes. You want to be with the
Yeah,
with the winners,
you wanna
right?
be with the winners.
But good play on words, Wavy, Cruz,
Uh-huh.
Katie Holmes, Slick. Labels feeding artists soul diets like paleo. You know what I'm saying?
Soul
It's
diet.
a diet on soul. You know what I'm saying? It's like diet soul. It's not real. It's fake. It's fabricated. It's made up by the labels, right? Call it paleo diet. Long hair, looking like I'm supposed to be on the Game of Thrones. Actually, yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure he's got some Jon Snow references. I'm pretty sure he does. He does look like a Jon Snow, man.
Solid verse by Russ.
Really, really enjoyed Russ's verse though.
I had a nightmare last night that I was sleeping myself, yeah. Oh God.
I keep my ego in check, just me and this instrumental pumping through this cassette deck. Money don't represent my rank. Yeah, logic rose from Jack, but even the Titanic sank. I seen cats with egos bigger than cruise ships.
All
losing
right
game
there,
power.
Logic. Okay. Rose from Jack. Even the Titanic sank. That was hot. Rose, Jack characters in the movie Titanic sank. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was hard. Money don't represent my rank. That's how he started that when he went to that whole Titanic reference, right? So even the Titanic sank, right? So even though I'm successful now, there's always anybody can fall from grace.
I keep my ego in check. And I don't know if we got here, but he said I seen cats with egos bigger than cruise ships, so he's still playing on Titanic cruise ships. You know what I'm saying? But still lose it, gain power and still abuse it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, again, not keeping their ego in check. Just out here just needing an ego death maybe. You know what I'm saying? So but the Rose, Jack, Titanic, cruise ships, gain power, abuse it. He's rapping.
Yeah,
That's
already.
all I need to know.
Already.
Oh God.
I keep my ego in check, just me and this instrumental pumping through this cassette deck. Money don't represent my rank. Yeah, logic rose from Jack, but even the Titanic sank. I seen cats with egos bigger than cruise ships lose it, gain power and abuse it. Same to take my kindness for weakness and confuse it. Same type don't know I stay with a gat and know how to use it. Used to be addicted to likes, but the likes of people I ain't even like. Anxiety reading comments, they had me reading right. Trapped in the matrix, Black Neo, back to the basics. Now everything I do is
Sounds
off
like
the grid, they just can't trace it. Face it, I used to love rap, now all I love is my family. Fuck the fake shit. Only engulfed in darkness can you see the light like common sense. But to my defense, that way you're thinking past tense. Life's a bitch and shit can get screwed like when you camping, that's fucking intense. On tour, the fans screaming the West like Craven. You know I deal with shit that'll make the average man's chest caving. On the scene daily, this just in, word to Haley. I write about the world around me like a journalist. It's funny how people that don't listen to me concerned with this is cause they have to be. These motherfuckers weaker than muscle atrophy. This life is like a simulation, man, it has to be. Walk through the world, the whole shit is just one giant catastrophe.
Okay,
Speak on mental
yeah.
health and people laugh at me, that's why I tapped out. Retired cause I felt rapped out. Feel like people more connected with shit that's not what rap's about. So I mapped out, just me and my fam, I don't give a damn. Living
stop
day to day
right
just like the normal.
Yeah. Sound
So
like
far, so good.
Yeah, man. He sounds motivated to me now.
He does.
He said, I used to be addicted to likes by the likes of people that I didn't even really like. He's on anxiety, reading comments, trapped in the matrix, Black Neo, back to basics. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like he was like, you know what? Fuck all this shit, man. This shit is just, I think the fame came too fast for him. And I know that sounds crazy because I know he had a grind on YouTube and the Rat Pack and all that kind of stuff. But I felt like when he got put on, it was on. I mean, it was a grind up until this point, and it was like from here to here was like he was just on.
His leap was pretty drastic.
Yeah. When he finally got the chance to get some kind of notoriety on a grand scale, it just like took off super fast. That's what I felt like anyway. I'm trapped in this box and people don't even really know me. Fuck that, man. I'm going back to base. I'm back to doing me. And I'm gonna do me from here on out. That's what this sounds like to me.
Like what Logic's doing on this verse, man. Like, I agree, Ryan. He seems, a little bit more inspired, man. Let's keep it going.
Speak on mental health and people laugh at me, that's why I tapped out. Retired cause I felt rapped out. Feel like people more connected with shit that's not what rap's about. So I mapped out, just me and my fam, I don't give a damn. Living day to day just like the normal man I am. Bringing it back to the reason I began it from the start. Spitting syllables at will at the open mic after dark. Hanging with cats that stay with the iron like they Tony Stark. We recognize when the phonies talk. Why? Real G's flying silence like gnats. G7 raps, retired now I'm back, I relapse. We bringing that heat back like July. That real shit, no two-ply. Bitches I've been plotting and planning. Fuck whatever they been demanding. I grabbed a cannon and ran in the lyrical phantom. Jumping out the plane tandem. Flow so effortless, it seems like it happens at random. My grin expand bigger, I Bruce Banner 'em. I hit you with the buckshot, then a Chappelle slug. Hustle music like some of my brothers still hustle drugs. I'm the unsung, did it for money, made the money, now I do it for fun. Music will forever be a part of me. I do this from the heart, from the circumflex artery. My bank account is 7 digits like I won the lottery, but that don't ever.
I gotta be honest here. I gotta be honest. I like the beat change. I think the beat change is bringing it back.
Yeah.
The beat changes. I like that, but it's starting to feel like a little filler here. It's just starting to feel like filler. I feel like flow so effortless. Seems like it happens at random. My greed expand bigger on Bruce Banner. I hit you with a buckshot. Then Chappelle's. It just feels like he's rambling a little bit, and he's kind of gotten away from saying something, having something.
I agree with
substantial to say. So I like it still. I still think this is some of the best I've heard from Logic in a little while. But at this point, I'm just letting you know he's starting to lose me a little bit with with him just rapping, just putting filler raps in there. So we'll see how the rest of the verse goes, but all right, man, let's finish it on up. We probably will go back and touch a few more lines here that he said in there. G's moving silent like Nat, like a gnat.
Like gnats.
The G in Nat is silent, but G's as in his guys, gangsters, whatever, Let's get back to it.
I grabbed a cannon and ran in the lyrical phantom, jumping out the plane tandem. Flow so effortless, it seems like it happens at random. My grin expand bigger, I Bruce Banner 'em. I hit you with the buckshot, then the Chappelle slug. Hustle music like some of my brothers still hustle drugs. I'm the unsung, did it for money, made the money, now I do it for fun. Music will forever be a part of me. I do this from the heart, from the circumflex artery. My bank account is 7 digits like I won the lottery, but that don't navigate the way I shape the game like pottery. So hold up, grab the gap, reload up, rap, be my soldiers. Yeah, I'm older, but I'll be wise. I'm fucking around to open your eyes up. Now these haters claim I fell from grace a couple years back. Still at the top where I've been at. 8 miles from the surface of earth, feeling infinite. Don't gotta get into that. Who's the illest on the track? Rewind it now and listen back. Wanna know who the best is? I'll give you 44 guesses. It doesn't matter and it never did. It never does, it never will. That's why I retired. It's impossible to fulfill. Just a hamster wheel full of cash that never sits still.
Okay. I still like his verse.
On the for real.
Me too.
I know I'm critical of Logic, man. I still like that verse overall. I really do. And he still had a couple lines, man, towards the end of that verse. I think there was a lot of filler after, at a certain point when the beat changed, I think it started to get into more filler. But a couple lines at the end, 8 miles from the surface of earth, feeling infinite, right? That's a reference to Eminem. The movie 8 Mile, and his debut album, I believe, was The Infinite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he had I give you 44 guesses. He said, who's the illest on the track? Rewind it and now listen back, and who want to know who's the best is, I give you 44 guesses, 44 bars, which we did a reaction to. Check that out. So we see the lines in there.
I like the song, man, in its entirety, man. I think Russ did his thing. I did like Logic's verse overall. I think he gave us what Logic gives us. I think he had some bars in there, and he had the sped up flow and the multi-syllable usage. I think he did exactly what we all love and like about Logic. I did a song about mental health and people laughed at me, so I just, I tapped out, man, because, dude, it's like, I can't win for losing. He did the 1-800 song, about suicide and stuff like that and mental health and all that kind of stuff. I was so worried about likes from the people that I didn't even like, and I got anxiety in the comments and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that was the main driver of getting Logic to just be more recluse and just say, hey, fuck it, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I think this was solid, man. I'm excited to see if this is going to be a new project. I don't know if this is a new project. The Vinyl Days is what it looks like.
Yeah,
it's
he's
gonna
got
be
a
called.
song called Tetris Decades. We were just saying,
Yeah, man.
Tetris Decades. So yeah, give us some feedback on what he's trying to do. And I don't know if he's just sporadically just releasing songs here and there, or if he's got an entire project that he's going to be releasing this on. But yeah, man, I like the song overall, man. Shout out to Logic and Russ. So he sounds inspired. Like the verse overall. Hopefully he can keep it up. Give us some other suggestions for anything that's coming from Logic, man. We'll be happy to get back to Logic. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas. We out.